Hey there, Business Freedom Podcast listeners. This is going to be epic. And the topic of our time together today is how do you simplify to multiply? It's sort of this catchy term, and I'm more than halfway through the year doing this in two businesses, in Real Estate B School and in High Performance Real Estate Advisor. So I've been at it for 12 years on the team side, the real estate team side, and it's over 6 years. We're in our 7th year in Real Estate B School. So the theme this year is simplify to multiply. And I have 3 things that I want to go through that will help you do this in your business to ultimately achieve time, money, stress, freedom. And that is 100% of what Real Estate B School is about. We serve real estate team leaders to help them reduce the stress in their lives and increase time and money freedom. So 3 things. Number 1 is to dumb your business down. It's not as complicated as you make it out to be. And by you, I mean me. I am really good at complexifying things. That's not a word. I invented the word. I will take credit for the invention of the word complexify. If you tend to overcomplicate things, and you think like this is the only way it could be done, or this is the way we've done it forever, or you have like policies and procedures in place or a way of doing things that does it really get the best outcome possible? Think about simplifying the business. So in a real estate team, you need to be focused on the client, and I'll go through that here in a second. But every day it's like, how many appointments did we set? How many appointments did we meet? How many new clients did we sign? Like, simplify the business. The strength of your real estate business comes down to, yes, you have to generate leads. So let's add that. How many leads did we generate today? How many appointments with buyers and sellers did we set, or consultations we call them? How many did we actually meet? So if we set 5, let's say we met 4 and we signed 3. Right? Every outside salesperson on your team better have that cadence. They need to set 5 a week. So let's say you have 5 agents, they should set 5 a day, meet 4, and sign 3. And so that's as simple as you could possibly make the business. Is your job every day and every week and every quarter just becomes managing the activities on the team. And it's a very simple business. If you're not focused on set, met, signed, I don't know what you're focused on. So dumb your business down. That's number 1. Number 2, and I just mentioned it a second ago, focus on serving the client. And if you want to have a business that is bulletproof with everything that's going on in our industry, the only way to do it, the only way that I see to do it, let me make sure I don't say the only way to do it, because I think other ways are possible. I think you're just going to run marginally profitable businesses and barely have a chance at existing in the future. So that was a big, bold statement. Focusing on serving the client, though, it kind of sounds stupid that we have to say it. And I see a lot of real estate teams that have no focus on the client. They're barely hurting their agents on a daily or weekly basis, having really no idea how their clients are served and no process in place for making sure that their clients are being served up an experience that is unlike any other experience that they've ever had in real estate, or that they could ever have in their market or anywhere in the country. Like, your operations team and the way you handle customers, the aspiration around client service in order to survive in our industry with all the shift storm that's upon us, technology, consumer, business model, iBuyer, economic shift that's coming up. You've got to focus on serving the client first and giving them an experience that they couldn't possibly imagine being any better. That's number 2. Number 3 is, what is your one thing number? So if you've read the book by Gary Keller, One Thing, for your business, what is the one number that everyone in the business can focus on, really for now and forever? The one number that is if everyone pushes toward focusing on this number, all else would be irrelevant. For us, it's listings that we activate in MLS in a given week. So our goal is, let me pull up my scorecard here. Our goal this quarter is to activate 5 listings a week, and average price point about 300,000. So it's to activate 1.5 million of volume, 5 listings a week. Right now we're trending about 75,000 behind over the 5 weeks. So we're pretty much on target with that one thing. That is the one thing. And for the year, I think it's 240 that we're going to activate, and it's pretty much 20 a month is our goal. If we activate 20 a month, and we do everything we need to do to get all the ancillary business. We went through that, I think, on another podcast about optimizing your listing efforts. There's 5 commission checks to collect every time you activate a listing. If you don't have a one thing number, then what is your team like? What are you all there to do? For us, it's to activate listings. Even our showing specialists know that's our one thing. Even our buyer agents know that that's the one thing. Our runners know that that's the one thing. We talk about it at every team meeting. How many listings did we activate this past week? And that's it. And so number 1, again, simplify to multiply is dumb your business down. Set met sign we talked about. Number 2, focus on serving the client. It's a matter of life or death. And number 3 is, what's your one thing number? What's the one thing you're going to focus on week in, week out with your team that'll ultimately lead you to having a very simple and elegant real estate business? If you're at the point where you need help and you're in the midst of some sort of business setup and it's not leading you to a better life, and by that I mean more time, more money, and less stress. That's my definition of a balanced business home life, is if I have time to do what I want to do, money to do whatever I want in that time, and my stress is super low. So time, money, stress is the equation that we look at. If you're out of whack on those things, even if you have money but you don't have time and you're super stressed, whatever, be honest with yourself. If something is out of whack there, we need to have a conversation. We'll talk about where you are now, where you want to go, what's holding you back, the good, bad, ugly of what you set up. How does the time, money, stress equation look for you now? And then we'll have a conversation about Real Estate B School if it makes sense. And if it doesn't make sense, we won't have it. There's no agenda other than serving you on what I call a business growth strategy session. Just go to realestatebschool.com and grab a time slot that works for you. I've got a few questions for you to answer ahead of that call, and I will see you there. Take action if that's you. I don't want you to be hurting. I don't want your business to be the source of suffering in your life. Your business is there to ultimately serve your life rather than enslave your life. So go to realestatebschool.com. We'll see you over there.